am excited to announce the opening of Bourdeau and Company. My name is Jerry Bourdeau, and I have just opened my management and advisory service, which, as I said, is named Bourdeau and Company. Welcome to episode 3 of Bourdeau's Boardroom. And it's been a while. Nice to see you again. I'm sorry that it took this long to release the third episode, but it's not without a good excuse. I have been focusing heavily on Bourdeau and Company over the last 2 weeks, trying to get out there, make my presence known, uh, pick up clients that have issues, and just hit the ground running in general. And I can tell you, it's been going very well. I'm very happy with the progress that I've made in the past 2 weeks. And the purpose of this video is to explain what Bordeaux and Company does and doesn't do, and to encourage you to get a hold of Bordeaux and Company, myself, if you have any of the following issues: construction defect issues, litigation support issues, compliance issues, insurable losses. In a condominium context, are you facing a condo authority tribunal case that you need someone to manage? Do you have some kind of complex compliance issue that involves perhaps human rights issues? Perhaps it involves a complex series of facts, and you're worried that this might escalate. Well, if it is going to escalate, I want to put you in the best position at the outset, right? So this is the idea behind Bordeaux and Company. It is not a full-service condominium management firm, although it does have the Condominium Management Regulatory Authority of Ontario licenses that it requires. It's a full-service license, it's a fully licensed firm, but it's not here to compete with the rest of the management firms in Ontario. We're here to complement those firms, right? We're here for boards of directors. We're here for other managers. We're here for the marketplace of condominium management to help with these sorts of complex files, the ones that I had just enumerated. There are other things that Bordeaux and Company can do. I won't do the whole Bubba from Forrest Gump listing of everything. Instead, let me just try to give you an intuition to the idea here, right? Just like you would not ask the same doctor that operates on your foot to operate on your heart or your brain, or you more than likely would not ask the same lawyer who is closing the sale of your house to defend you in a criminal trial, or the same mechanic that is changing your tires to rebuild your transmission. Um, why would you ask the same condo manager who has to oversee the day-to-day affairs of your condominium corporation to oversee a $7 million construction defect file? The the job of condominium manager is becoming more and more complex, and it is becoming unfair to ask all condominium managers everywhere to know everything there is to know about condominium management. No other profession demands that of professionals. It's just not something, as until maybe AI takes over the world, that is likely to happen for any individual professional, that they're going to know everything there is to know about every facet of a profession, right? So that's where Bordeaux and Company comes in. We specialize. You're going to see, I think, going forward, more specializing, more division of labor in the condominium management sector. And that's because of the increasing complexity of condominiums, the law around condominiums, especially. And you have other things now, the Condominium Authority Tribunal. There are all kinds of complex issues that exist in present day that didn't exist 10 years ago, and certainly not 20 years ago, and certainly not 30 years prior to that. Condominiums have a lot of moving pieces, and they have a lot to consider when they're trying to meet their standard of care. So to be clear, we're not only not offering full service management, but we also don't offer legal advice or engineering advice. We offer management services, right? So we give advice about management and we directly manage, but only on those specific types of files. And we're not here to compete with management firms, other management full service providers. Frankly, I have nothing but the utmost respect for condominium management service providers who take care of the day-to-day operations of their condominiums. That work is super important. It's also very difficult. It's basically a totally different job and skill set from handling files that range from construction defects to compliance matters. Um, and the skills required often do not overlap. The everyday condominium manager is not somebody that I am looking to denigrate. That is a difficult job. It's a stressful job. It's a job with a lot of turnover. And if you can handle the stress of that job, you are certainly a special person. There's just no doubt about it. Most people can't do that job. Okay. Um, we're not here to get in the way of day-to-day operations of the condo. We're here to complement other management firms. We're here to elevate the services available in the condominium management industry in general, right? So, um, if you call my firm, which if you have an issue that you suspect we may be able to help with, I strongly suggest you do, and I'll explain how you can get a hold of me and my firm very shortly. Um, you will not find a firm that is interested in auditing your present manager or taking over your property or doing anything like this. What you'll find is a firm that you can trust that wants to help your present manager. Now, your present manager might be also capable of doing complex files, or they might not. Your present management company might not have the capacity to take on another file. And we don't want their business to suffer because of that. There's a shortage of managers in Ontario in general, and there's even fewer managers with experience in these types of complex files that I'm describing. Right. So the managers that exist that do have this type of experience, they're getting stretched thin all the time. Right. And we are here to help. We are not here, again, to interfere with anything that another management company is doing. We're here to uh, coordinate with them. We're here to cooperate with them. We're here to take on files that other companies don't have either the time for, or maybe the desire to do, or the skill to do in some instances. Um, and we'll take them on gladly, right? Additionally, we're happy to work with other managers themselves who want to learn, right? So, what do I mean by that? I mean that if my company is on a file with your condominium management services provider, we will copy your present manager, your manager for your firm, your day to day manager to everything. And if they learn how to do this work, if they don't already know themselves, that's great. We want nothing but an elevation of the condominium management service market. That would make us very happy. Okay, that is a large part of the goal here. Um, which is not to suggest that the condominium management service industry is doing anything but its best, right? But I think what you're going to see is like in other professional firms, like in other professional markets, um, you're going to see more specialization and division of labor. So I strongly suggest that if you have a construction defect file, if you're not sure, if it just seems like you might have some kind of file like that, that's going to require advice on how to arrange for repairs, litigation, that sort of thing, communication strategy, reserve fund planning. Not that we do reserve funds, but we have experience as to when you're going to need to coordinate that type of thing. And a lot of moving parts when you run into something like that. Or if you have an insurable loss or a compliance issue you need to get started, fixed up and handed off properly to a lawyer if required. Um, Please don't hesitate to contact me. My phone number is 613-700-8811. That's 613-700-8811. The company website is www.bourdeauandcompany.com, BOURDEAUANDCOMPANY.com. I'll put everything in the show notes page. You can contact me at GERRY@bourdeauandcompany.com as well. I'd love to hear from you. I'll put that in the show notes page as well. Um, But that is the gist of it. This is a new type of management firm that I hope will fill the niche here in the condominium management services sector. And I really look forward to forging really trusting good relationships with other management service providers, with other condominium managers, with boards of directors. If anybody would like to reach out to me at all to find out how we can help or if we can help, please rest assured that the information will be kept in confidence and that you'll not be charged or billed for any initial phone call, just to have a conversation about everything I'm describing here in this video. Um, that's it. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'm very excited about this new venture. I know that it's somewhat a lot to take in and it's new for this industry. So I'm going to be making follow-up episodes, likely with others, to explain what, maybe in more detail, what I can do, what my firm can do for you. And I encourage you to stay tuned for that. Thank you, and I will see you in episode 4.